Right, good morning. You ain't seen a lot of me just lately. Things have been a little bit full on with us, to be honest with you. So I thought I'd just do a little recap of what's been going on around Little Oak Farm just lately. We've been very busy the last couple of weeks getting ready for the combines to roll. The combine's been all serviced by JT of Oliver's. They've done a fine job, took 3 days, but I'm sure she's good to go now. They checked all the belts and obviously found a couple of chains. Well, the auger chain for emptying over to the trailers was a bit tired, and there's a couple of bearings on there and a sprocket, which they've changed all that. Full service top to bottom, all the oils, all the hydraulic oils, all the engine oils, wobble box oil on the cutter bar. There's a little thing on there called the wobble box, which makes the blade do the scissor action. And that takes quite a beat in the oil in there, so they've checked that all out and done that. We've just had to do a bit of work on the header because we had one of on the sails, they call them a spider plate, but I don't know why, but it basically holds the rods that hold the sail tines. We've just had to strip that all out and put a new one of them in because one of them collapsed. But we've done that now. The combine's around there with her skirts up and sort of getting a good old wash down. I like to start right, you finish right, that's what I reckon. But so we're getting all washed down under the engine compartment and everything, so we have no issues there, and so we can keep it blown down with a compressor through the harvest. She's got 1,120 acres to push through, so that's what she's got to do this year. So she's more or less ready. The crone's already had a trip out and done some hay. That's got a couple of bits that need tweaking on it, but that's working fine. We had a bit of a mishap with the New Holland. She sucked up a bit of wood. I don't know if it was a bit of tree or a post, but it was pretty mangled, you know. But basically it jammed the ram, and then one of the conrods snapped off. And that all dropped down into the packers and smashed them all up. So we just had a major rebuild on that. So and that went out for its first out in day before yesterday, and that's running fine again now. It actually runs better than it did before it got smashed up. So that's a result. Well, ain't a result, but you know, she's tidy to go. We've got Jack's got his chaser on. That's all greased up and ready to go. Both the straw lorries and the bulker, the new bulker we've got, that's all sitting ready to go. We're looking for 2 drivers if anybody wants a job, but I've got a couple of lads coming to see us next week, so that'll sound very, very interesting. So hopefully the week just coming, like this. Today's Sunday, so they'll be here next week to have a bit of an interview. The company they work for just packed up, so they're ready to go straight to work, so that's good. Yeah, we're just sitting waiting now. We did have a look to see whether we could bale some oilseed rape straw up, but I think it's that dry, it's going to smash the house, so I don't think we'll be getting any of that. But my customers for contracting, basically we start with them next week, so on winter barley, so we'll be starting with them next week. And yeah, basically everything's more or less sitting ready. A couple of little bits, we've been through all the trailers and all the brakes have all been serviced, greased and serviced. They're all working well on the Arctic trailers and the teleporter trailer. And we have got to do my old boy's here. I think he's dropping his dog off, he's out for the day. Stop it there for a minute. Yeah, we're more or less sitting ready. I've got a little bit of work to do on the loaders. Got broken mirrors on both of them, got bales dropped on them, and they've all got both have got a 500-hour service, and one's got headlight missing. Again, the bale got that and all. But we picked them up from Oliver's, service kits and bits for them. Picked them up day before yesterday we picked them up, so we'll be doing them Monday, so they're all okay. And yeah, we're fit to start, we are. We've had a few issues on the hay job, but the hay's been very, very, very good. We've basically had very good yields off our ground, and we've come across a lot of other hay, people just wanting cutting and clearing, so that was good. And I've sold all of it, to be honest with you. It's a good trade, and we can stack straw in the barn and sell that off in the winter to the straw boys. So I've got 3 loads to deliver up to Newmarket, and then the shed's empty and we can fill it up with straw. So yes, we've had a good season on hay, but it's been a bit. We've had a lot of little niggly things breaking, but I'd rather they went on mat when we've got a bit of time to fix them, so we're ready for the straw. So that's all gone well. Right, just for the record, my son Jason Fast Track, he's got his own site called Jason Fast Track, and he's brought himself a drone. So he basically is putting drone work of my equipment up on his site. So if you want to see JW from up in the sky, that's where to go. It's a fairly good drone, I believe. I'll just go back to my site, and where are we? Jason Fast Track. There he is, Jason Fast Track, and that was his drone work. That's soft. I'm just looking to see what sort of drone it is. I know it's down the bottom here somewhere. Somebody mentioned it. There's a reply there. It's a Parrot Bebop 2, and it's a good drone. So yeah, he's doing some drone work on there. Yeah, so I've been looking through my site, and where are we? That's Jason's. It's been a very warm time. It still is a very warm time. I must admit, I've had a cold as well, and it's a bit chesty at the moment, so I'm still trying to cough my guts up. I might have to turn it off for a minute. Right, last bit I did was up at Everton baling, and we was in a 60-acre field of cropped hay, all sprayed and nice and clean and lovely. Oh, bring it out. Right, yeah, we've had a few comments on there. JWB Agri Videos, yeah, I like a load of work. It keeps you busy. The day goes quicker if you're busy. But I must admit, I do like my favourite job's my combine, and yeah, so yeah, that's like I said, that's getting all washed down at the moment. Trevor Jarvis, yeah, that's a Cummins engine in that tractor, and it does sound lovely. Both my Fast Tracks have not got a nice note on the engine. You can't beat a Cummins. Where's Big Steve? Sam Herbert, where's Big Steve? Big Steve's moved on, mate. He's gone to work for somebody else, and I don't know who Nick AF is. Nick AF, how do you know he's gone to a better place? How do you know either of them have gone to a better place, mate? You haven't worked for me, so you can understand, mate. So they moved on for their reasons and their personal and private. So you know, yeah, they might have gone to a better place. They might have gone to a worse place. You don't know. I don't even know, so I know you don't. No, I'm not getting a new combine. No, I ain't. So I've got to make do with the one we got, but I'm sure she'll be fine. I'm sure she'll be fine. I'll let you know if she ain't. Yeah, so yeah, my rake's busted up its left hub. It's chewed up the cam again. Basically, what they tend to do is on the end of the tine arm, you've got a little roller on an arm that runs in a cam, and every now and again you'll have one fail, and if it drops in the bottom, your sound, it will just sort of flop around there, and you'll just take it out, fish a roller out with your hand, and stick a new roller in there. But you know, 1 time out of 10 it will jam the cam. What it does, it spins the cam and breaks the bottom off the casting. Total strip down job then, which is what we've got to do, but I know how to do it. I've done it 3 times already. It seems to be a thing with these Lely rakes. I don't know what I'm going to do, because Lely now are awful to get parts off of. You can get running parts, wearing parts, but I ordered a skid plate for the bottom of my Lely mower a month ago now, nearly. A good 3 weeks anyway. I'm still waiting. I finished, I patched it up, I welded it up to get me done, but I'm still waiting now. Bloody ridiculous. Kevin Willis, are you, Kevin? I hope you're alright, mate. The bales weigh around about 700 kilograms, 600-700 kilograms when they're on hay with a Heston, and New Hollands weigh about 450. So that answers your question. I hope you're well, mate. Yeah, we haven't got a 3310 James McLaren. We haven't got 3310, mate, but we've got a 8250, and we have got 7270. So they all sound nice pulling them trailers. Chris Harding, yes, we finished the rebuild on the Bolker. It's turned out lovely. It looks absolutely spectacular. I've had somebody offer me 16,000 for it, and I'm into it for about 8,500 with the MOT and everything. So yeah, there's a clear profit there. I could double my money if I wanted to. Always like that when it's worth more than you paid for it. Yeah. It was a Wilcox body with a Montracon chassis on it, Mercedes Daimler axles on it. So it was yeah, it's a fair trailer, and the running gear is brand new. So it's more or less like a new trailer, to be honest with you. Except for it didn't cost nearly sort of £35,000. So yeah, I've got Class 650. Yeah. I like the Chrome, it goes well, but it just seems a little bit, because we had borrowed a Chrome rake whilst ours was broken off of Weatherhead. Mark Weatherhead, absolutely excellent company. Well, Mark Weatherhead's an excellent MD of the company and everything, and he's a man of his word, absolute man of his word. But it is a bit struggle sometimes getting the right bloke, mechanics out here. I think, you know, I'm not quite sure where Mark's going to be going in the future. I think he's quite, you know, stable, but if Mark packed up, and I don't know where the next Chrome agent is to get parts if I buy a Chrome rake. Oliver's a Class, so I would probably lean towards Class, because I know Oliver's are not going nowhere. A good company, Oliver's, absolutely excellent company. Don't see enough of their agents, but you know, trying to sell you things. But apart from that, no, good company, good backup, got good fitters, good technicians they've got. So that's a big plus, because when you're down, all you want to do is get back up again. So having somebody there. So yeah, Class 650. I would probably lean towards Class at the moment, but I've got to have a bit closer look at them. Yeah, do a bit of Googleating. Nick Hill, I'd love to put my 482 on it, mate, but she's still sick in the barn. But I'm keeping her dry. So yeah, one day I'll fix it, and you'll see it on that rake, or she'll power it. She's 82 horsepower, and she got 2 spools on the back as well, so she would power it. So yeah, one day, Nick, we'll get her out there. No, we're only running one baler this year. So Aaron Lacey, Aaron L. Yeah, great video, John. No, we're just running the one Aaron this year. The Chrome, Who's this? This is Leighton Phillips. Hiya, Leighton. Hiya, mate. As I said, we're washing the combine down in a minute. I'll get a bit of film on her when she's done, so you can see her when she's pretty. But no, I think the 8250 runs a chrome brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. So I think that's a good outfit. Gearbox, the fence box in there. You know, you can get just the speed you want to run that baler. So yeah, excellent outfit. I won't be changing that for a while. Yeah, I must admit everybody leans towards class rakes. Yeah, there you go. Jason will get a go on it later. You know, I will be letting him have a go with it, like, you know, especially if we're using the Bulker, because if we've got a Bulker on the Eglin, Jason hasn't got HGV licence, so he can't drive it. So if I've got him karting, he can go on the combine while I empty the Bulker. So yeah. Leon Richards, a class rake. Class is the make of it, like you get a Ford. Class is a make of it, and a rake, basically, it's either a single wheel or a two-wheel turner, which turns hay into rows so the baler can bale it. So it just pulls a big lump of ground, a big lump of hay into one single row, so you can put it up the baler. That's what a rake is, and class is just a make, mate. Blue Ford. How many hours are we doing this week? We're averaging at the moment, I think, about 14, 16 hours a day. It's Sunday. I'm not going to work today, but I have got a couple of little jobs I want to do in the workshop whilst it's quiet. I've got to concentrate on doing them, welding jobs. So I might just go out there for a few hours and do them, but we're actually having today off, and I think that might be their last day we'll be having off. So yeah, I'll have a reasonably peaceful day today. But when the combines start moving, all bets are off. Anything from 18 hours a day, I think, 16, 18 hours a day. I'm getting on now, 56, so, but I think I can still stand that. If everything goes fine and you ain't got to keep getting out and fixing this, straightening that and doing that, you know, it's okay. But it's if things start going wrong, it starts draining you. We used to run, who's this? This is Mark Stones. Mark Stones, yeah. We used to run quadrant balers, and we used to have the quadrapacks on the back that stack them in 4 bales high, which is a good idea. It is a good idea, but I would have probably stuck with them if I hadn't have gone to the power station. But the problem with them is they need some more development putting into them. There's a conveyor from the baler to the actual stacker, and that is very temperamental, and that's got to be set up every morning with guidelines of about sort of 10 mil. Things have got to be in there. It runs on Belden cables, steel cables, and if you're trying to get something within 10 mil parameters, it's very difficult to keep it there when you're running over tram lines and bumpy fields, and it only has to move a little bit out and it will start playing up the electronic switches and things. So yeah, it can need more development. And the only problem with putting them out in 4s, you've then got to come along with a teleporter, stab up 4 bales that probably weigh close onto 2 tons, and then you pick up them 4 bales and your teleporter is ramming the shit out of people's fields. And if it's at all wet and you're leaving ruts everywhere, see, the teleporter picks up across the grain. The problem with that idea is when they're ploughing it or cultivating it or, you know, solo single passing it, whatever they're doing, every single lump is bang bang because the farmers are going for it, and they didn't like it, so got rid of it and we turned to chasers. So we did have a stacker, but got rid of them. Good idea, but you know, I suppose they'd be good on hay because you ain't too worried about compaction then. Yeah, Cole Denton. I'd been raking all day with that tractor, the 8250 on a rake. Yeah, for 250 horsepower on a rake, you can do that with 60, 70 horsepower. Yeah, I agree with you there, Carl. But Jack had been off baling up till about 3 o'clock. So he'd finished baling, so I'd said we'd do a bit of carting to finish the day off. So he picked a trailer up and came carting. If I'd have put him on the rake, that would have mean me dropping the rake off, putting the tractor over onto the trailer for a couple of hours carting. So I just left them where they were and kept going. So, you know, and I didn't want to put an 8250 on the round baler. Overload them things, and you'll soon have your clutch ripped out because you're putting too much power down there. So we left it where it was. It was only a bit of raking, and she used very little diesel doing that, and it was ever so comfortable as well. So I was well happy. Wolfpack 0608, yeah, the old days, yeah. It's actually when you're hay turning and stuff, you got no cab. It was quite pleasant, to be honest, because the wind just blew everything away, unless the dust was up your chuff, and then you just got it all in your eyes and everywhere. In the old days when we didn't have cabs, or you just took your cab doors off. With the Leylands, we used to drive around most of the time with no cab doors on, just letting the wind blow through. So yeah, natural air conditioning, I think they used to call it. Oh, there's a bit of a thing here. James Driver. If you're farm assured, which we are, we're sort of crop assured, and we're actually cattle and sheep assured as well. If you've got a load all on your farm, it needs to be tested. It needs to have the Lola lift test on it every single year. And if you're farm assured, whoever drives it on that farm needs to have an operator's ticket. No exceptions, need to have an operator's ticket. You can get an operator's ticket at, I believe, 17. I believe you can get an operator's ticket at the age of 17, to be honest with you. So so you have to have an operator's ticket, and a tractor loader has to be Lola tested, or that has like an MOT each year, so that has to be done. There's no exceptions if you're farm assured, which we are. You have to have a ticket. Yeah, another chap here. He's bigging up class rakes as well. Yeah, you don't have to cork, dude. Here in Ireland, there is no test to drive a tractor on the road. You can actually drive it in this country, a tractor, just an agricultural tractor with a single axle trailer or with a PTO lift equipment on it, on a provisional licence. So I suppose you don't really need a licence in this country, but you have to be 17 and you have to have a provisional licence, and you have to put L plates on it. So you can drive in this country with no test as well, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a good idea, but there you go. You need to know what the highway code is. I'm just bringing up another film to answer a few more. Yeah, Jamie's come up from the West Country. He's spending the summer with us. Cracking little operator. He's 17 years old, and he's got his tractor licence. He took his tractor test, and yeah, he's enjoying himself here, I think. He's living in my fifth wheel, so he's out there well happy, he is. So he's a very knowledgeable young man for the age of 17. He knows a lot, but he started driving on his granddad's farm when he was very young. So he's already probably got 5 or 6 years of experience, but it's not college experience, it's actual experience. You know, he's been out there in a big dusty world, and he's actually worked tractors in fields, not in a college environment. So he is worth his weight. They're very rare, those people, type of people are. I'm very lucky to have got him to come up here to spend the summer with us. Bumble Matt. Yeah, we've been doing a little bit of work for Anderson's Transport, so we've been carting flowers and that out of Lincolnshire. You say you've seen one of my lorries up there. Yeah, that's probably Kevin. Kevin was up there carting for what's name, so that was probably him. You got the hots for my combine, didn't you, Leighton? Yeah, she's ready to go now, mate. Yeah, she's absolutely 100% ready. It's quite nice because we finished doing the hay about 2 weeks ago, and we've done nothing but maintenance and tweaking, getting ready for harvest. So it's nice having that little proportion of time there just to tighten the nuts and you know, check the oil levels and things. Yeah, so just a little bit of a recap. Yeah, we're all sitting ready to go. Everything's fixed, everything's ready, and you know, we're just waiting for the crops to, well, I would say ripen, but to be quite honest with you, they're dying at the minute because of the bloody dry weather. It's just too much, just too hot. To be honest, I haven't done a lot of filming just lately because it's just too hot to do it. And you'd be worried about me because I'm on my knees most part of the day trying to get through my day and get my bits of work done. But yeah, but I must admit, I reckon it's cooling down a bit now for the next couple of days, but then towards next weekend it's going to get hotter again. But, you know, it's just killing everything at the moment. Even my trees have started to show a little bit of stress, so I started dropping a few leaves and that a bit early. But no, I think Jamie's going to work out very well. They all have got their place. I'm going to put Jamie on Class Arian with the Chaser. I think he'll do very well with that. I've given him the manual for it, and he's been watching a few films on here, watching Jack and Jason and that, using the Chasers. So he's picking up a few pointers there. Yeah, but the good thing about having a young crew, they look to me for advice. They, you know, one way it's good, one way it's bad, because I need to sort of point them all in the right direction of what's got to be done instead of them just doing it. When I had an older crew, they got so that, you know, you was worried about sort of saying, well, can you do this, can you do that, because didn't want to offend them because of their knowledge and their age. But the younger crew, they come to me and ask me what I want doing, and to be honest, what I want doing gets done, and instead of I think it's got done, you know. Yes, I'm having to do more thinking because I'm thinking for everybody, but things get done how I want them done and when I want them done. But again, I just say to the lads, right, that needs to be done. I give them a list of jobs to do, these lads, and they've gone. They do them. Like yesterday, I gave them a list of bits to do around the farm. By the time we finished, all the bits were done and everything was sorted. And I don't want to sort of say to somebody, can you go and do this? And they turn around and say, well, that don't want doing now, or I'll do it later. I don't, you know, they haven't got an opinion, they just get on and do it. So that's cracking. And you know, Lucy's feeding them every morning. They're getting their full English every morning, and we're actually feeding them at night as well, because we've had a bit of a hard graft with the hay. It's been quite long hours, so Lucy's doing her evening meals as well. But like, we've got Jamie here who's living here with us, so he has to be fed, and she feeds me and Anthony. So, you know, they're three that have to be fed, so that only leaves Jack and Jason, so we might as well feed them as well. So yeah, the food bill's gone up. They can eat well, these young'uns, but no, it's more of a team now. Instead of, it's a team with a team leader, instead of an outfit with 2 or 3 people having their own objectives and their own agendas. So things are getting done a lot better, and they're getting done when they need to be done, and we're on top of everything, you know. I'm having to do a lot more maintenance myself, but then I'm bringing a few people in. I'm just sort of people I know come in and say, right, well, can you just fix that for me, or can you do that? We pay them, and then they're gone. you know, and I haven't got to put up with any undertow from any of them. You know, I'm paying, you know, job's got to be done, they do the job, and that's the end of it, you know. But no, my life's a lot calmer now, and I don't get up worrying about what people's attitudes are going to be when they come in, because I know they're always up. They're all a bit at the end. By the end of the day, with this heat, they're all a bit drained at the minute. But you know, it's a happier team now. That's a little bit of a catch up on the old JWB. I'll see about getting this uploaded now. But no, we're all set and all looking forward to getting on with the harvest and getting the straw lorries running up to the power station. So, and our crops, to be quite honest with you, the best two crops are top left and top right over at Sutton, and there's what's there? There's about 80 odd acres. No, what is it? 40, about 65 acres there, and that's smashing. Absolutely, I've never seen it so well. And you know, apart from the bits of black grass in it and the mist bits and that, but the crops, all our crops look well. They're all to me, you know, well, it depends on the flaming weather. If it's going to carry on burning them, well, they are what they are now, to be honest. They've started to ripen as well. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. I ain't gonna count me chickens, but the crops are looking very well, and the peas look brilliant. To be honest with you, friends tell me they look brilliant, but I've never grown peas before, so you know. And we've kept them sprayed. We've kept the pesticides on them so that we don't have too much trouble with that. But they do look well, and the pigeons haven't bothered them that much. And yeah, they got away well, and I put them in very deep. I put them in really, I think about 4 or 5 inches deep. They didn't come up for a little while, but when they did, cool, they went. And I think their feet are down in the damp moisture. But they're beginning to ripen now. So yeah, so all looks well. And yeah, the extra ground we've got up at Graffham, that looks well as well. So yeah, all looks well for a good season. We've got more combining to do for one of our customers took on more ground, so we've got more combining to do for them. And you know, yeah, we've got about 500 acres of our own to do as well. So yeah, all looking well. Right, we're going to leave it there. There's some recap for you. I'm going to now see about cutting it and uploading it. Okay, cheers then. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.